In a recent video, we looked at how to get the most out of a 30-minute swim, and that got me thinking, can we apply that same methodology to running? Well, today we're looking at how to get the most out of a 30-minute run, but can we make that work for us? Is it enough time? Is that enough to make us fitter, faster, and a more efficient runner? Well, the answer to all of those is yes, and today we're going to look at how. Now, many of you may be restricted to 30 minutes in time for a run due to other commitments, be that work, family, or anything else. But that doesn't mean the end of improvement for you on your running. A 30-minute run can be a very valuable addition to your week. So today I am going to be running through some 30-minute run session examples for you. But first off, I actually want to run through some golden rules to make you get the most out of those 30 minutes. Now, I have definitely done this. It's very easy to fall into the habit of worrying that because you only have 30 minutes to do a run, you end up running hard for the entire run. Not every run should be or needs to be hard. If you want to really improve and get faster as a runner, then you want to have a nice mix to your week of running and training. So that means a mix of nice easy runs as well as those harder interval runs. For those easy runs, that means just heading out of the door and take things super easy and just enjoying running and not being tempted to increase your pace throughout the run. Then for those quality harder runs, we can get a little bit worried that it is only 30 minutes. How can we possibly get any benefit from that? But trust me, 30 minutes is plenty of time to really get a good training benefit. And following on from that, and I know this is quite obvious, but you just need to accept that these runs are going to be shorter. Now, if you're a metrics kind of person and at the end of each week you like to look at your total distance or time that you cover when running, well, why not try and shift that mindset to looking at how many runs you cover per week? And actually quite often there's far more benefit to frequency and consistency with your running rather than volume and duration. There's actually some big benefits to the shorter runs. Because they're shorter, it's easier for you to maintain a good form and a good posture throughout. And if you like, you could start off these runs with a couple of drills just to reinforce that good technique and hopefully take that forwards into the run. And I actually quite like the little and often mantra for this because, as I mentioned, because it's shorter, it's easier to maintain that good form, that good quality, whether that's in your technique or actually in the intensity in some intervals. And then because it's shorter, it's easier for you then to repeat it maybe the next day or a couple of days later. And that leads me nicely on to intervals. Now, if you are really pushed for time, you do only have 30 minutes, and it's probably unlikely you're going to be heading to a track or anything like that. So instead of working by distance, it's probably best to work by time. And that's probably a good thing actually, because then you have a clear indication of time spent at effort and hopefully reduces that temptation of cutting any recoveries short. Now, despite being short of time, it's still very important to do a warm-up and a warm down. Perhaps you could spend 5 minutes running to a location to then do your intervals at. If that location's further away, then maybe you want to start the intervals on the way to that location. Just make sure you get that 5 minutes in before to warm your body up, 5 minutes after just to bring that heart rate gradually down and get rid of any waste products. And that leaves a nice sort of 20-minute section in the middle for a good workout. So with that in mind, let's give you a couple of workouts that you can take forward and use yourself. So we'll start with a simple speed workout. Warm up with 5 minutes easy running, play around with speeding up and slowing down, extending your stride and finishing with a couple of strides perhaps. The main set, 4 lots of 2 minutes at around a 5-kilometer race pace with 1 minute recovery jog between. Then into 6 lots of 1 minute, 2 to 3 seconds below your 5-kilometer race pace with 30 seconds recovery jog between. Then cooling down with 4 minutes easy jogging or even walking. Well, there we go. That is exactly 30 minutes there. If you find that you're not warm enough after just 5 minutes warm up, then feel free to extend that out a little bit and perhaps take an interval or two off the main set. Either way, you're getting a very good quality workout there in a very short space of time, and I imagine you're going to be looking forward to getting to that cool down. But now let's move on to a progressive run. So warm up with 4 minutes easy running, including some strides. Then we're going to carry straight on into the main set. Start running at around 25 seconds a kilometre slower than your 10K race pace. Then we're going to reduce your pace by 5 seconds per kilometre every 3 minutes. So 3 minutes times 7, 21 minutes in total for this main set. The last 2 intervals, or the last 3 minutes, will be at race pace and slightly below race pace, then cooling down for 5 minutes as run or walk. Now obviously all of this can be tweaked depending on your current fitness, time available, or even the race distance that you're targeting. Finally though, just remember, not all of your runs need to have some quality or focus to them or need to be fast. It's just as important just to head out the door and enjoy a nice, easy 30-minute run. Also serves well to just freshen your legs up, ready for your next hard workout. Well, there we go. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If so, make sure you give this video a like. Don't forget to give GTN a follow over on social media. And if you're not doing so already, give us a little subscribe just down below.